my last day of being a 20-something-year-old. Anyways, I do want to commemorate how I look on my last day of being 29. The last day of being in my 20s. I feel as though my 20s were very eye-opening. I learned a lot. I met some demons and some devils that helped level me up to goddess status. So, I'm grateful for that. And I don't even know what else to say. I'm home. I had a long day. I was in Miami. And I'm not going to go back to work. I'm not going to go back to work, but my baby brought me my lipstick so you can see what I was supposed to look like.
For some clothes.
Not perfect, but at least it's better, right? Like, you see, I'm not out here just looking, So anyway, last day of my 20s. You like my earrings? You like my earrings? How they go with my shirt? Anyway, I can't believe I made it. I made it through my 20s. I hope that was the hardest decade of my life. I really hope that was the hardest one. It was so rough. Oh my God. I really hope the next decade is just easier and simpler. I am obviously going through my Saturn return, but I felt like when Saturn was transiting my ascendant and my moon, when Saturn was in Aquarius, it was way rougher than this Saturn in Pisces. I was going through it when Saturn was in Aquarius. That was a true Saturn return. If it was the stereotype, the disaster. It was the disaster that is described by everybody. So anyways, I don't have much to say, just checking in. I have to get my baby girl ready for school. She's going to school in August, and we have to get her paperwork, straightened out and stuff. So it's supposed to rain. It looks like it's going to rain. That's why there's no lighting. But
I can turn the lights on for you.
I don't want the light on. I want the natural light.
Huh?
I don't want the light on. I want the natural light. To my mother and my father, thank you for raising me in the ways that you have. I've learned a lot from each of you. And I continue to learn from each of you about, what I do want and what I don't want in life. And, just thank you. Thank you for, being my parents. Thank you for being my parents. Shout out to my twin sister, right? How could I be who I am, right? Without my literal other half. Like, I was born with my best friend. I was born with my other half. So huge shout out to my sister. I always have looked up to her. She's just, she's big sis by 26 minutes. But either way, I'm just excited. I'm excited to have made it through my 20s. I'm excited to just be. I'm excited to just be. I'm really happy. I'm really happy. It's a happy birthday, right? You're supposed to be happy on your birthday. But, it's not even my birthday yet. I'm just saying, I'm in preparation for tomorrow, just knowing these are the last hours of a really rough decade. The final hours of a really rough decade. It was bad. There were some good moments, but it was a rough decade. So many lessons. I had my baby girl in my 20s. My Snooki Pie, that's who I love. So this is just a personal video. This is not for anything other than documentation, because I was having this conversation with my mom the other day. I value life. I don't know about everybody else, but I value life, and I certainly value my life. And I'm happy. I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry. Oh my God. Jesus. I am not going to cry. I cannot be so sensitive all the time. Yeah, so finishing up my 20s. This is the last couple of minutes, hours. The countdown has begun, and it's about to start raining. It's going to probably rain on my birthday, but I'm really happy. This is just my life. This is really my life. Like, I don't know. I know that it's like, we live in America, it's a Western culture. Like, there's a lot of stigma around women aging, but I just feel like there's no better gift than time. There's no better gift. There's nothing to appreciate more than time. And I made it. I made it through my 20s. That's huge. That's huge to me. That's just huge to me. So I get to celebrate. I get to be happy about it. I get to be excited about it because I am going to be 30 tomorrow. And I don't know why I thought that age was like never going to come. It's like, I feel like this decade was so long. Oh my God. Oh Lord. We're entering a new era. It's a new phase. I've changed, I've grown, I've matured. I'm a fully formed woman and fully formed goddess here on earth. And I appreciate that. I get to just be. It took so much work. It took moving through all my insecurities. It took building my confidence brick by brick. It sure did. And it was worth it because I fucking made it. And I'm gonna be 30. It's a happy birthday for me. And I really love my family. I was just reflecting on the fact that when I had my baby, the whole family was there, like in the delivery room. My mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, the nuclear, So I shout out to my brother. He's out there somewhere doing his thing. Maybe I will speak to him again one day. Maybe I won't. That's really not up to me. I'm glad I made it through my 20s. I'm glad I made it through my 20s. Like, I wish people valued time and life and the blessing of life more. Like, because for me, I know I have a relationship. I know all too well about death, I value life so much because I know death is a natural part of life, And if my last day is tomorrow, I don't want to leave this place with regrets. I just don't. I don't want to leave with regrets. I don't want to leave with a heavy heart. When it's time for me to go, when it's time for my heart to get weighed against a feather, it's going to be lighter than the feather. It will. Because I set that intention and I have been living an intentional life. And it's hard. It's hard to go your own way. It's hard to do your own thing in a society that really does not value individuality. It values independence, but it doesn't value individuality. It doesn't respect individuality. Stepping into who I am, I'm going to be 30. I don't know. I just feel like I have authority now. Like me being myself, it's like I'm 30, bitch. Get at me if you want to, bitch. I'm 30. Shut the fuck up. I'm 30. I know. That's so crazy. I know. That doesn't even make sense, but I'm about to be walking around like I'm 30. Fall back, step back. You better recognize a real one when she walks up in the room. You better recognize a real one when she steps into the place, okay? Run me my respect. I love it. I feel like 30 is the best. I think she's a bad bee. 30-year-old Xena? Oh yeah. The 20s are over. The 20s are great. They represent youth, to me. Your 20s really represent youth, and I'm stepping out of that. I have matured. Not that I'm not young anymore. I think I'm always going to be young at heart, honestly. I just think I'm always going to be young at heart. But I'm also always going to be very intentional with the way I live and the way I lead my life and how I impact other people around me. I'm always going to be that way. I'm always going to think about that. So I'm excited to step into this new decade. I'm excited to watch, because in this next decade, my daughter's going to be a teenager. And in this next decade, my daughter's going to be a teenager. Oh my God. There's so much to look forward to. There's just so much to look forward to. Obviously, I cannot even predict what the next decade is going to be like. I cannot. But I'm excited. I'm open to it. I'm looking forward to it. The new people I'm gonna meet. I don't know. The new life. I mean, my new life. I don't know. I don't know. So I just needed to document. I needed to document my last day. I needed to get that. I needed to document my very last day because it's essential. It's the 11th hour of my 20s. I don't know. I don't know what this next decade is going to bring. I'm still enjoying my time offline. Enjoying real life. I love real life. I love real life. I love the connections I'm building in real life. The relationships I'm maintaining in real life. I love all that. I love all that. I know in this social media age, people are all disjointed and disconnected, and people think that liking pictures and stalking, social media means building a connection with someone, but it's not really. That face-to-face, energy to energy, heart to heart, brain to brain, skin to skin, that's where it's at. We're humans. That's, at least in our human form, we need that. At least in our human form. Even as a goddess, I know that. So, I am appreciative. I'm looking forward to what life is going to show me. I'm looking forward to continuing on my path and seeing the different creatures, the different, people, the different entities, the different souls that I come across on my path. I'm really excited to see what my psychic gifts bring me and what it shows me, because it's getting pretty serious now. I could see before some things. I had my little intuition before. My intuition is not little anymore. She's fully grown. she's fully grown, and she's a bad bee. So I don't know. I'm excited. I'm just excited. I'm just excited to live life. Not saying it's all going to be roses and sunshine. It has never, ever been like that. Ever. But I have just learned, and I'm learning to navigate like obstacles, and I'm really learning how to play like on earth, like working with the energy on earth. I mean, people talk about law of attraction, like, and manifesting and all that, like all that. I don't know. My understanding on all those things is just changing so much based on application, right? Based on practicality, based on real life. Like, you say this rule is this way, so I'm gonna put the rule into action and see what happens. If I put the rule into action and nothing is happening like you said it was, I'm gonna think that is just false. It doesn't become a law then, right? You can't make it a law. So, law of attraction, we could talk about that, but it is not what people are using it to lower their self-esteem when they should be using it for discernment. They should be using the law of attraction for discernment. Not just manifestation, but that's a whole other thing. And nobody pays me to teach them spiritual stuff, so I don't need to get on my soapbox. But yeah, she's going to be 30. I am going to be 30. I am. And it's a glory. And my age is my glory. I appreciate my age. I really appreciate making it through my 20s. I fucking do. That is a major milestone. Major. So, that's all. I just wanted to make this video real quick. Because I want to look back. I want to look back maybe when I'm 40, when I'm 50, when I'm 60, and see this. I want to see me. And how I spent my last day hanging out with my daughter. We just went to the dealership, just hanging out. What was my gift? I didn't take any trips this year. I did not go to San Diego for my birthday, but I paid off all my debt. I mean, paid in full, baby. So that's worth it. Stepping into the new decade, debt-free. I mean, okay, I'm paying off my car still, but you know what I mean. Like, stepping into the new decade debt-free. Let's get it. Let's freaking get it, okay? So yeah, that is it. I'm wrapping this video talking about being alive, talking about appreciating life, appreciating raising life. As a mother, that's just the job for me. There's nothing, I was born to be a mom. That is the job. And I love raising my baby girl. I just find a lot of joy in it. I just, knowing that I'm raising her in the way that she should go. The way that she should go. She has a free spirit. She has a free mind. She can choose to go another way. But she's going to have some values instilled in her. That's for sure. She's not going to be running around like y'all little gremlins. Okay? So I am really proud. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of my accomplishments in my 20s. I'm proud of overcoming depression on my own. That I was deep in the trenches by myself, in the gutter by myself. And I climbed up out of that bitch. Not one hand to hold. just me and my spirit squad. My baby girl who I look to every day. And I said, you know what? You getting it together for her. Always and forever. So here's to the last couple of minutes of being 20. What time is it? It's 7. Yeah, what time is it? It's like 7:15. If the clock is right, my clock is a little fast. So it's like 7:15, 7:16. It was a good day. It was a full day. We're hanging out tomorrow on my birthday. We're going to go see Inside Out 2. I love that movie. You know, I love movies about emotions and your inner world. Like Osmosis Jones. You know, I love movies like that. So it's going to be exciting. And getting my baby ready for school. It's just, this year, 2024, has been tremendous. So the fact that I'm turning 30 in 2024, it's like, duh. Of course, in this magnificent year, you're turning 30. So I'm just loving life. I'm just loving real life. I'm appreciating real life. And I'm going to go back to living real life. Bye.